Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing chapter 16, verse 16. And this goes into some discussion by both acharyas. So I'm going to go into that and try to understand it. I'm still very confused about this. So let's call to Bhagwan Shri Krishna and let's ask him to help us and clear our confusions and make this very clear for us. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please dispel the clouds of confusion that we have, and please dispel all the anarthas that we have. Please help us get rid of all of them, every single one of those anarthas. Please help us remove them from our heart so that we can come closer to you. Let's sing the verse together. Today has been a little bit of a humbling day for me because I've come face to face with my anarthas in in a very profound, very deep way, and it's very humbling because oh my goodness, it's just I faced my humanity today. I had emotions that I was not proud of. Anyways, okay, so let's sing the verse together. Anika chitta भ्रान्ता मोहजालसमावृताः प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु पतन्ति नरकेषु च. Thus, perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions, they become too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and fall down into hell. So, basically, the demoniac are perplexed by various anxiety and bound by a network of illusions, and they become very strongly attached to sense enjoyments and they fall down. 4 points here. So, now what Prabhupada is talking about here is very detailed. So, there is one thing that was very that hit me. I mean, it seems obvious once you know it, but like it just hit me. So, people who have money in this birth have money because of their past good karma. That's what Prabhupada is saying. If they are taking birth in a high family or becoming rich or well educated or very good looking or whatever, it's because of past good karma. And what people think is it's because of their work that they have done in this lifetime. So I don't understand this. I mean, this whole concept of free will and working towards things and all of that. So I was listening to a Chaitanya Charan Prabhu lecture on karma. He had given this in ISKCON Dwarka about 3 months ago. And he had said that, for example, if a person is meant to lose money in the stock market because of their bad karma, then if the person has made good choices in this lifetime, like to divest it, like to invest in various different fields, not just in stock market, but like in other real estate or whatever other things as well, then even if the person loses money in the stock market, they will still be overall okay. So there is a lot of free will that we have as well, right? So I'm not understanding this verse, this commentary with respect to that. Like there is a certain amount that people, like if somebody is supposed to be diagnosed with cancer and the person lives a person lives a very healthy life, then they may not die of the cancer, or they may be able to overcome it very quickly within a few months. And the another person who has not taken care in this lifetime of eating healthy, exercising, whatever, all the good things, then they may suffer a lot more. They may die. I don't know, maybe if the time of death is fixed or what. I don't know, but like they may suffer a lot more. So the amount of pain we are experiencing is not karma, and necessarily the results are. I mean, I don't know what karma is exactly. Like if the person takes birth in a rich family, yes, I get it, but there are many people who made themselves, right, self-made people. So is that because of past karma as well? Like Tony Robbins, he came from a very, very poor family, and he had a very rough childhood, very rough childhood. He was abused and all kinds of things, all kinds of stories, right? Oprah was like that. So these guys are self-made people. So is that past karma, or is that them having done work in this lifetime to achieve it? Is that free will? So, I mean, of course, at the end of the day, everything is Krishna, but I don't know whether it's karma or not, like that way. So, yeah, and then Prabhupada goes directly into like people who want money, who want a lot of money, obtain it by illegal means. And I'm not so sure. I mean, there are people like Tony Robbins, for example, who I don't think is obtaining it through illegal means. So like that's one level. I mean, there of course he wants money. There's no doubt about it that he's just working for money like mad. I mean, that's there. But is he obtaining it by illegal means? Like is he going to the next level? That I don't know. So so maybe this verse then doesn't apply to him, or maybe it does apply to him. But yeah, I'm very confused about this. If anyone has any answers, please let me know in the comments. If anyone has any insights into this or links into lectures that can help explain this, I would be very grateful. So the demoniac person sees other people rich and influential, but he still thinks I am the best, right? That's the thing. And they might not perform sacrifices in the Vedas as well, because so then they're really bewildered. And so what he says here, Swami Mukundanand, is that the person, he's not talking about that. He's talking about a completely different thing. He's talking about people who are in this delusion are complainers. Like, this is going badly, that is going badly, this person's doing this to me, that person's doing this to me. So they're always complaining. They don't have this gratitude attitude. They're always complaining about other people. And when they're constantly resentful and complaining, then it becomes a grievance. So then basically it's just a mesh of delusion created by the ego, and they become bewildered by numerous thoughts of the poorest quality. I feel that's what I was doing today. I went into a pretty embarrassingly low quality thing. Anyways, so yeah, actions are important. Whatever actions people perform, whatever you sow, you shall reap, right? Always, whatever you sow. If you sow an apple, you will not get an orange. It's not possible to get an orange if you sow an apple. You have to sow an apple if you want an apple. If you have to sow an orange if you want to sow an orange. So, I mean, I really love that example. It's so simple. Like, there is nothing you can do to get an apple out of an orange seed. It's not possible. Okay. So those who act out of sattvic mentalities rise to the higher levels of existence. Those out of rajasic remain in the middle. Those out of tamasic go to the lower levels of existence. Okay, so let's read Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bewildered by such various things, covered by a network of illusion, their minds attached to enjoying material desires, such men fall into filthy hells such as Vaitarani, etc. Okay, so with that confusion, let's end this video and let's do chapter 16, verse 17 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots of clarity. We can sing that 2.7. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prachami tvam dharma samudha cheta yachreyasyan Nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. I am surrendering to you, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Please help me understand. I am afflicted by karpanya, miserliness, and dosha, weakness. I am afflicted by these things, and I do not know what I am doing. Please help me. Please, I am your shishya. I am surrendering to you. Please instruct me. This is the first time that Arjun had said this and to Bhagavan Shri Krishna, and then after this is only Krishna Bhagavan started speaking. So I was told there was a lecture by somebody, Radharaman Prabhu, I think that's his name. So he had said that if whenever you're in confusion, sing this verse. I was like, okay, I sing this verse all the time. I turn to this all the time. So I'm very confused with. Anyways, I'm very confused every day with all the verses. I'm very confused with life in general. I'm like, I don't understand. Please help me see the truth. Please help me see through this illusion, Maya. Please help me see the truth. I'm completely confused. So this verse is just extremely, extremely powerful, I think, like extremely good to sing and to pray to. Okay. Wish you a beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.